Welcome back, everyone. Jennifer and Bart Mills back with us today. This time they saw Day Shift. Stars Jamie Foxx, Snoop Dogg, Snoop-a-Loop, as Bart always likes to call him.
Absolutely.
He was in it too, Dave Franco. And I'm glad, it made me feel good that you guys had the same feel about this that I did. It was all right. I gave it a meh at the end.
Yeah, absolutely.
But when you watched it, were you entertained by it?
Not really.
Not really?
No. I was probably reading more than I was. It just bored me.
My biggest thing was like, why did this need to be made? Why does it stand out from any other vampire
Well, this
movie?
is the age we're in, right? This is the Netflix. We're streaming wars now. And it's like the Cola Wars, as you and I remember, the dreaded days of the Cola Wars. But it's, with the streaming wars, everybody's just racing for content.
Sure.
And so any good idea gets on the plate. And frankly, any creator with any backdrop at all gets a shot. So we have J.J. Perry was the director on this. J.J. Perry has done 30 years of stunt work, including some John Wick stuff and everything else.
Really? Okay.
Now, all these other directors, the directors for John Wick and Bullet Train and all these movies, they're rising through the ranks from basically karate schools and then and then stunt work, and they're doing great work. But not everybody who's ever taken a karate lesson should be given a $100 million movie. And that's what they did here. They gave a brand new first-time director $100 million. Jamie Foxx, a
great cast.
He's a stud.
But it just didn't work.
Franco. You've got
he plays the same character, I feel, about it.
Pretty much. And then, of course, Snoop Dogg, who really is the very best Snoop Dogg we've ever seen.
As far as his feature role,
performing Snoop Dogg, he's very good at it.
I thought he was pretty good at this. Okay, so let's say you're one of these guys, as you mentioned, there's a karate background and fight scenes. If you're coming to this I just want to see some cool fight scenes, you're probably going to be okay there.
You're probably going to like it. But, I felt after a while, you were kind of seeing the same scene, just in different places. Like now we're underground, now we're, in a cave, now we're out on the street. But it was like the same sort of, and then you've got vampires doing these weird, judo moves and like all this calisthenics, or not calisthenics, but,
I don't remember them being ninjas.
And I don't remember being so bendy with the vampires. They were just
these are the most bendy
doing,
vampires.
Flips and cartwheel, and it was just crazy. I like my vampires to be scary.
With the acrobatic stuff.
Right.
But, that part of it is kind of cool.
Yeah.
But it was cool when we saw it in the ring.
Sure,
and, it's about how we use it.
Yeah.
And it just isn't used particularly interestingly here.
Right.
And when you compare this movie at $100 million on Netflix to, as we were saying, Prey on
Gray Man,
which was amazing,
or Gray Man on Netflix, which was really entertaining.
Really entertaining.
It's tough to say. There's so much stuff out there, and they're not only competing with each other, but they're competing with your attention on your phone while you're watching it in the living room. That's a new challenge for us. And so this one, it's again, if you want to do the math on it, it's worth we calculated out 37 cents a person to watch it.
That's all right. I can pay
the amount we pay for Netflix divided over the amount of stuff we watch on it, it cost us about 37 cents to watch it.
Yeah.
Cool. I'm all in.
Right.
But if I'd have paid $19.99 or whatever it cost you VOD, or if I'd have paid $20 at the theater, I'd have been pretty agitated.
Well, plot-wise, there's not a lot going on, but he goes under the guise of a pool man, and he's basically a vampire hunter. Now he's in the position of he has to raise money, I think, for his kids' braces or something. Oh, so she doesn't go to
public school. Private school. God help us. These are real world trouble.
Heaven forbid you go to a public school. Plot-wise, was that a little on shaky ground?
Well, plus it's the whole mantra, I've got to raise money to get my family back or get my wife back or whatever that, they're going through this to get, it's just been done so many times. There was really nothing new there.
Right.
Nothing new to the plot.
Now, the idea of an economy around vampire hunting.
That was
kind of cool.
The
I
Union
like that
Steward, and that was kind of interesting.
I didn't really follow exactly where the money was, but, I'm not that sharp. But Snoop Dogg knew.
Yeah, the fangs were almost a type of currency in a sense.
Right, and then they kind of just dabbled into the whole, vampire hunter underworld, kind of comparing it to the John Wick underworld with you know, the Continental and everything, but just sort of barely touched on that. That could have been more interesting.
Did you guys catch the Lost Boys reference from Snoop?
A lot of Lost Boys. There were like 3 Lost Boys references.
Yeah, at one point, well, it opens up in an amusement park.
Oh, yeah,
and
that's
then,
right.
you know, they actually show the Lost Boys on a marquee at one point. And then that last line.
That's right.
Shameless.
Pretty obvious.
Yeah, very shameless.
So for 37 cents a person, you're okay with it?
Then
All right, I'm in. Make your own popcorn.
That ratio is okay then. Okay, thank you guys. Appreciate it. Good seeing you.
Thank you.
Don't go away. We'll be back right after this.